Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as I get into the evening review with you, you've got witching expiration behind us, and a lot of the analysis that I have given you up into this point has done a pretty good job of playing out, but I want to begin with a little bit of a recap. This starts here with Apple. So last week we were working with the idea that the tree line, this 154.70, had been a pretty apparent area of resistance. So as we were moving into it here, the moment in time where we were discussing it, I believe maybe the video was actually done on this session because I'd said, if it's not right at the open, look for the trade into the end of the day. As it ends up working out, it was more from right out of the gates, really. But it was the idea that that move into resistance would bring the flush back into 150, right? A lot of that driven around the max pain value for the witching expiration, which most of the time, leading up to the event likes to be tested. So that movement off of resistance, I feel worked very well. But now you're presented with some really interesting questions, and some of this is less of an assumption on which direction it's going to move, and more just bringing you the analysis, the proportions that I believe are most meaningful. That is to come back and take this 176 swing high against the move made into 124.17, and notice that that high to low move, the retracement, the 618 of it, lands you right here at 156.20 some change, right? This is the most important proportion in any given swing. It works with the idea that if this is the bearish campaign that is really in control, then this is the perfect area to fail from. So there is a way that bears could argue this, but the other side of that coin is that if you do push up above it and you clear that major retracement, it opens the door up into external retracements, in this case prices around 190. So the strength that we've seen this week, I want to see if it can continue after expiration, but that's a really important pattern to be aware of. And interestingly enough, it is the same proportion if you look at Chipotle on a monthly chart. So, this is going to take much longer to play out, but it's really worth understanding the proportions, and you can see the same way of thinking, because most could look at this and say from lower left up into upper right, that is a bullish trend. So that's the way that I'd like to participate. In this pullback, however, do you see the 618 and how price is right there, just continuing to find distribution at that area? When it finally gets through it, there's an increased chance, or I'll tell you, my target is up here closer to this 2188. So a couple interesting 618s out there in the market right now. If you're following Fibonacci analysis, those are just a couple of places where it really stands out. And then I also want to show you gold, because in these free videos is another venue where I've been telling you I wanted to bring you a long-term idea, something that you could work with and not have to be right, within a couple of days or weeks, but more so months and into years. And that has been gold, right? Again, maybe beginning the discussion off of the monthly squeeze, because these signals do not come around all that often. And when they do finally resolve, usually you're going to get a good directional move out of it. So if you've been pursuing this idea through those certified coins, anything like that, you've got a great entry on the idea. I believe you continue to sit on them and look for gold to start to outperform into the heart of 2023. So I hope it's a helpful review. I hope you've been able to make some money off the ideas. Have a great weekend, and let's look at making a fresh run at this on Monday. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.